I spent Thanksgiving of 2024 in the hospital and I was in there for 4 days total. A little fair warning, this little vent sesh is going to be a little all over the place just because I'm a little frustrated and emotional about it. So let's rewind about 10 or 11 years. I started with my first ever backache. I didn't know if it was cramps. I don't know. I was in high school at the time. Ended up going to the doctor for it and they pretty much just told me oh, you pulled a muscle. Here's this and we'll see you later. But I do remember the muscle relaxers and stuff never did help me. Ibuprofen never helped me. None of that. Fast forward a couple of years and I am with one of my good friends and I bend over to pick up her little boy and I felt my back disconnect in the lower spine. If you have herniated disc or anything like that, you know what I'm talking about. So I felt it slip out. I ended up going to the chiropractor, which, fair warning, I no longer go. Nothing against them, it's just not for me. After that slipped out like that, whenever I picked him up, I could barely move. I couldn't get around. I couldn't get out of bed. I could barely bend to wipe myself after I would go to the bathroom. I just literally felt like I was honestly paralyzed from here down because there was so much weakness. And it was just this awful pain in my back. Time goes on and, it heals up for a little bit, but then the pain will come back. So I ended up going to another doctor and they do x-rays and everything like that. At the chiropractor, they kind of told me, your disc is starting to degenerate. And I was young at this time. So I didn't really know what that meant. I just did whatever they told me to do. I would go back and it did help. It really did help me. Fast forward a couple more years and I am getting ready to go out for my sister's birthday and I'm in the shower and I bend over and I feel that same disconnect in my back and I'm oh no, I remember the last time I did this, this was so bad. I was so scared for what was to come because it takes so long to heal. Ended up going back to the chiropractor after that one. My chiropractor told me you would really benefit from doing decompression therapy. It's not something that your insurance is going to cover, but your back would be great for this. So I ended up doing it and it was $6,000 and I will say it did help. It helped me for about 3 years. Let me go back just a little bit because before the first episode, whenever I bent down to pick up the little boy, after that I did do a little bit of physical therapy and it did not help me at all. I did the physical therapy literally for an entire summer, all summer long. It didn't help me, whatever. Did end up doing the decompression therapy. And like I said, it did help. It helped me for about 3 years. And then November of 2024, I could tell that my back was starting to flare up a little bit. I was getting nervous because if you know, that feeling, you're just oh no, I'm going to have to deal with this again. It started to get so bad to the point that I could not get out of bed. I could not move my legs. I could not sit up. Lost control over my bladder and things like that. Ended up going back to the chiropractor and he was I'm not seeing you like this. You need to go to the hospital. So my mom made me go to the hospital. I did not want to go to the hospital just because I know that whenever someone comes in for pain, they just don't take you serious. Mom ends up making me go to the hospital and I'm actually really glad that she did. They took me very serious. They helped me so much. I just remember this day being the longest and the worst day of my life. They transferred me out of that hospital. I had to ride in an ambulance. It was the middle of the night. I go get an MRI down in the coldest room. And once they read me my MRI results, the disc between my L4 and my L5 was slipping out and hitting against my nerves, which were causing all of the issues. And it was seriously so much pain. But once they got all the imaging and everything like that, they put in an order to my insurance to get an epidural. They approved it. And I got that maybe the second or third day I was in the hospital. He told me it would take about 7 days to fully work, but I should get some relief. Obviously, I am overweight, and I know that plays a factor in my back pain. And I just remember laying there and thinking, I will never feel like this again. I will do anything that I can to do better, to be better, to strengthen my core. I ordered a pair of tennis shoes when I was laying in the hospital, and I remember saying to the people that were there visiting me, if you cannot find me, I am going to be walking. I don't know where I'm walking, but I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to strengthen my core. I am going to do the things that I need to do. So since November of 2024, I have lost over 80 pounds. Still to this day, I'm having back issues. I actually am in a flare up right now. My epidural lasted for about a year and then I had to get it again in November and I'm already having a really bad flare up now. I'm feeling super emotional and discouraged about everything though because it's I am working hard to lose the weight and I am losing the weight. I know that it's just wear and tear at this point, but now I'm experiencing nerve damage. My leg is a little bit numb below my knee. I really don't know what my next steps are. Should I get surgery? Is that something that I should look into? Like, I've always heard once you get one surgery, you're gonna have to get another one in 5 to 7 years, or is like that a thing of the past? Like, do we think that surgery is gonna help? Like, I just feel so discouraged because, like, right now I want socks on my feet, but I can't bend over to do it because I tried to put socks on last weekend and I felt that disconnect and I'm back to square one. It is so painful. I feel like I'm putting in the work and I am just, my back pain is always against me. I don't know what to do about it anymore. And I just feel so defeated about it anymore. Like, it literally makes me emotional. But all in all, that's why I started my weight loss journey.